Hello everyone, and welcome to Initial Impressions. Where is that music coming from? Whatever, it stopped now. Welcome to Initial Impressions, where I review games from what I've experienced on stream. Today we'll be come on. So if it isn't clear, we'll be talking about Crab Champions. Best way to explain Crab Champions is a shoot-'em-up bullet hell. It's an arena shooter that has you embrace crab and reject humanity. You play as a crab with a gun. At the start, you only start with two guns, the dual pistols and the automatic rifle. The gameplay loop itself is fairly simple. Go level to level and just do one of a few things, fighting off waves of enemies, surviving through a horde, or going shopping, or fighting some kind of boss enemy, sometimes just labeled as an elite. Replayability is kind of the name of the game here. As you go through rounds, you'll get perks, which can be applied to weapons, grenades, or just in general things. They have a lot of functions, some of which are simply adding elements to your weapon, giving you armor. Some of them are silly, like faulty chests, which gives a chance of being able to take loot from a chest multiple times. Some of them, however, like the big shot, just makes your shots a lot larger, but a lot slower. Here, let me show you what I mean.
Alright, look at my bullets. You're the size of a freaking battleship shell.
Now, everyone has a different way to play this game. Some people want to see how far they can go, and some people just want to see how fast they can complete 100 islands, since after 100 you no longer obtain keys. Even preferred playstyles can change from person to person or gun to gun. There's no shortage of fun to be had here. Personally, I prefer to play the game as what I now call frame hunting, where my goal is to kill my friends' frames as violently as possible. Normally, this is where I would go into a rant about the story of the game, how we got here, what our goal is, and where we end up, but well, that's just it. There's not a story told. We're simple crabs with firearms, fighting off crabs, ants, skulls, grubs, pumpkins, frame rate drops, and we buy equipment from a giant crab named Tony. We make deals with totems, and we survive to get a crown at the end. Honestly, it's one of those games you play for the spectacle. To see how insane things get, or how far you can get with a bunch of modifiers that make the game more difficult or even unpredictable. Honestly, please, go play this game. Like, it's such a spectacle, and I've honestly got a few friends who I've had the luck of sharing with. All of their Twitches will be linked down in the description, and have either been in clips or will be in clips coming up. All of them are worth following and really good friends. Let me just be honest here. Crab Champions is one of my favorite spectacle games I've played. It's a riot. It's great with friends and fun for some chaos. You'll get hours of entertainment out of this game. There are tons of perks, and as soon as you finish one run, you want to try and go around again to see what else can be done. Maybe using a different gun, or a different set of perks. Maybe you want to prioritize using grenades, or try a melee build that wasn't really feasible. Maybe you want to, I don't know, get some modifiers on, or swap out some of your friends to change up the group. The devs are doing a great job of updating the game, and as of writing this part of the script, there was a new update being announced, but not released yet. I can't wait to see the Crab Champion updates as they come.
Crab Champions just got a big update today?
Really?
I feel like Mario Kart's been changed, Jade. So let's talk for a second. The script had been finished, and I had actually been waiting to have some free days to record for Initial Impressions, just so I could get this video together. And while I was getting a day to be able to record, I was told about a huge update being released to the game. And this update was a huge overhaul of the game. So, I'm going to go over some of the things that have changed after the update versus what I had already written in my script. A few of the things they've updated. They've added some melee weapons, grenade abilities, game modes, island types, and just a ton of new perks and such. And when I heard that Crab Champions had a huge update, I was a little distraught and drunk. I was expecting maybe some graphical updates, a couple of new perks, maybe a new gun, and I was way off. It added melee options that make melee much more viable, such as the hammer, which is a high damage, high cooldown weapon. They added grenade abilities, like the black hole grenade, which is my favorite. It creates an area that pulls enemies in, which is just perfect for the hammer. It also has a high cooldown, and from what I've seen, grenade abilities don't really affect the grenade upgrades that you can unlock. They've added dueling, which is basically a PvP mode, and it's a lot of fun. They added single-player modes that I haven't had a chance to test out yet, and in the usual island, they've added in new challenges, such as the XL enemies, which triples the amount of enemies, as well as speedy enemies, which just makes them a lot faster. Waves were added, which are where you go as long as possible without being hit. You get better rewards the longer you go without being hit. I enjoy the game mode, but I know not everybody enjoys. All in all, I love the updates that have been included in this game. In fact, one of the islands that they updated is my favorite new island. It's basically just a giant ice skating rink. Here's a clip. You can only miss so much before you hit every... Oh yes, my favorite stage.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
This is my favorite stage.
Ice physics.
Weenie Bird, thank you for the biddies! So, ultimately, yeah, from my initial impressions, I recommend Crab Champions without question. The game's amazing. Definitely can be a bit of a grind until you unlock all the weapons. You know, you could just exit lobby repeatedly to use your keys as you have them and unlock everything fairly quickly, but play Crab Champions. Look forward to the huge updates as the game goes on, and just, it's so good. I know this is going to be a little bit shorter than usual initial impressions are going to be, but without much story to talk about, it's going to be a smaller episode. But hey, it's such a good game, please go play it. Do you like Crab Champions? Have you know, has this convinced you to go get the game? Let me know down in the comments below. If you're new here, a subscription is always appreciated, and if you enjoyed the video, maybe drop a like. I'm live on Twitch Thursday through Sunday, and, you know, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.